June 10th, just got back from Florida. Hive 1, which we moved out by the creek, you can see, is still doing well. We split them into number 4 here before we left. And where number 1 used to be located was this block. And some of them have come back and habitated this block. And I don't know why. There's no queen in there, but maybe they've made a queen in there. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out shortly. Both 1 and 4 have good activity. I need to open the door more on this one, on number 4. Half of everything from 1, I guess, or something like that, before we left, and empties. Good activity. So they did not have a queen in here when we left on June 2,
so
8 days ago.
Is, did they start making themselves a queen? Yep, they have. Did those. There are multiple queen cells on this.
This is frame 5. Man, they're loud. Lots of activity.
Well, they're loud because there's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
They're making a queen.
Yeah.
Cool. Successful
5.
split.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Spin it around.
on this side.
We gave them a lot of extra new frames to build down, which they're starting to do so. Honey frames, double mediums, or we call them spinner frames now. That's right. Frames that go into the spinner just to get honey out. And we've got a bunch of them in here. We're working on 9 total.
So they have completely built this out, drawn it out, looks like filled it, and now starting to close it up. Maybe it's just so soft because it's warm out. I don't know. Whew, heavy. Alright, good.
Pick it up with 2 hands to free the ones in the crack.
So this is brood and brood frame.
On 7.
This frame is the broken one, the one that collapsed. So in a week's time, they had completely repaired it. You see it because it's so light, you can tell. And they're packing some dark pollen in it, and it's so light it's hard to see if there are any eggs in these. There are probably eggs, I would imagine. But I bet you that's what. Oh yeah, there's larvae right here, and I bet you there are eggs.
All right, so the bees that came from Hive 1 and decided to return to the block that used to be next to the barn, they've built comb in here, and we're manually moving them back into hive 1 where the queen is, since I can't seem to find her on their own. They're all fanning right here.
Quite a bit of them. It's not like there's just a handful.
A lot more returning traffic from who got airborne up here, maybe coming down to the door. There's fanning going on at the door. A little bit of orientation flights too. At least once they're in the hive, they're smelling queenie in there, because we're down near where the brood area is, so their scent's going to be the strongest down there. So we got the ones off the block out there at 1, put them into 1. These other ones remain up here at the old location where 1 used to be, and they're all on the ground. So we set a nuke box, and they appear to be going into it. There's only 1 undrawn frame in there and some comb that we pulled out of the block. But they are checking out that box, so if we can get them in the nuke box, then we've got a second split from 1 coming out of it. And we got to finish those other 2 hives tonight. We might need this in a week to transfer them out of this and into another hive number 5. But there's a bunch of them on the ground there. There was at least a couple hundred in the block. And we can't set it on the ground. So the nuke box down on the ground now, so they'll walk in and they are moving into it. So we're going to have another split at a hive 1. So we're going to have to get some frames into that as we finish hive 5.
As little as they are, this clump, they can live in this for several weeks.
Well, we got to get the other ones done.
But we're going to have to give them a frame with brood and eggs.
Got the hive 2 in the woods, or by the woods. Good door activity. It's like 5 p.m. right now, I believe, on the 10th. We have removed 2 of the nuke frames that we brought into these hives, which now just have a little bit of brood and food on them, which we're going to put in the trap hive that we're trying to collect them off the ground over there in the old hive 1 position. A lot of bees in flight right now around me here. See some of them around here. So we removed 2 of those nuke frames that we put spacers in, and we will put those into the trap hive because we want to get them out eventually out of circulations so they don't lay babies in them. All right, frame 6 of hive 2. After making some more space.
All right.
Lots of cap brood.
Yep, this is the 3rd frame, solid brood. And they're all laying, so that's a good thing.
Mostly everything's copacetic, which is good. I was looking for pollen pants landings. And not seeing anything obvious here right now. Good traffic returning though.
These almost look like they're all grown brood.
It looks like big comb.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna pack brood in there or drone in there maybe.
I think there are larvae. Oh yeah, there's larvae already in there. And on this side. eggs everywhere. Eggs everywhere.
Of 3. Returning traffic with pollen and nectar. Not that I can see the nectar. This has the queen excluder frame still in it.
Yeah. The first 3 spinnables, nothing really going on. Number 4, they're drawing it out. And there's nectar in it.
There's 10 frames of living quarters.
Same here.
11, 12, 13, 14. There's 18 frames in here. Holy cow. Honey
Drawing
frames.
it out and killing it. Capping it as they go. Nope, still brood. So that must have been young brood at that time. Well, I guess we just keep doing what we've been doing with this frame. Oh, there's a queen. Damn it.
So she did get by the screen, huh?
She sure did.
Was she marked or did that she unmarked?
Yeah. Harsh.
So she got. So the queen got by the net because it was filled up with 10 frames of brood. She wanted to keep laying, so she got through the cracks.
But I thought we left her more frames to lay in.
Well, maybe she laid in all of them. We got her pinned down here. Or she just wandered through it, I don't know. There's some big holes in there, pass-throughs.